What's up, Maz Gang? So it is Monday morning. Alec is back at work. I am at home. And I don't know if we told you, but we had a bird create a nest on our front porch swing. So they left, which is crazy to say. I actually kind of miss them. Like, it's not like I was out there talking to them all the time or like checking on them, but like I would go out there, I'd hear the babies chirping. So and when I looked in the nest, they were so small. So to know that they're gone, it's like, damn, I didn't think that they were ready for it yet, but I guess they were. So they left, and when they left, I had to get rid of the nest quickly. So I put that in the trash, and I'm washing the cover for the seat and the pillows that were on it in very hot water, just to make sure that whatever mites they may have left, I get them out. And then I'm going to spray it with vinegar. I think I read it was vinegar water, just to kind of deter another bird from coming back to set up a nest there. But in the meantime, while those things wash, I was in the garage putting the broom back, and I saw my my luggage, my little turn bag that I would take to work. And I guess it's time to unpack it. Like, as a flight attendant, I mean, I don't know if all flight attendants do this, but I always kept a bag packed. Like, you never know when you get stuck, or if there's a delay that ends up canceling, whatever the case may be. You don't know what happens. So even if it is a turn, you should bring like a overnight bag just in case. And I always kept it, I took it with me to work every day, and I didn't change anything. So this bag has been in the garage since my last flight in January. So considering now that I don't have a job to go back to and I'm kind of off now anyway, and I've been off, so I might as well unpack this bag and like put my luggages away. So I'm about to do that now, and I'm going to see what I find in this bag, because it's been months. Like, even when I was working in January, I didn't unpack this bag. I had no reason to. So it'll be interesting to find what's in there. Okay, guys, so I just finished unpacking, and I guess I can tell you what was in it. So I didn't even have like outside clothes. Like, I had 2 pairs of basketball shorts, a workout shirt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of underwear. What did I need that many drawers for? 1 wife beater, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of socks, 9 if you can include my work socks, a full thing of lotion, which is great, and then some toothpaste, deodorant, fingernail clipper, and a pick for my beard, and a brush. So needless to say, it was useful, but also useless, because if I'm stuck somewhere for a couple of days, I guess I got 1 shirt and 2 pairs of pants that I can wear. And I also had my Nike Air Maxes, so, and a toothbrush. I also had a toothbrush in there. But yeah, that's it, man. Work bag unpacked. Now for me to take my uniforms down. I told Alec I might need him to do that. I feel like that might make me a little emotional. But I think I want to get a shadow box and put my spirit stuff in it, like kind of turn it into art. Like, I'll probably use my ID, my uniform shirt, a nice pair of socks, like have it folded neatly and just put it there, like spirit memorabilia. How do you say that? Please don't hold me accountable for what I just said, because I feel like I said that way wrong, but y'all know what I was talking about. So think I'm gonna do that. Give me a little shadow box. I don't know how much they cost though. I need to look into it. But yeah, I gotta find a place to put this bag and then wash all of these clothes because they've been in this bag, this suitcase for a long time. So I'm gonna wash all of that and then fold it and put it up. Yeah, man. The winding down has begun.
Hey guys, I know Brian has already started the video, but I'm just checking in. I am still recovering from our pop-up last week. If you never saw the last video, we finally did Sticky Spoon's first pop-up, and thank you to everybody that supported. Like, we've been flooded with nothing but positive responses, and you know, like, Brian and I are sitting there wondering, like, did you guys like really all just enjoy it? Like, is there nothing that you want fixed, nothing that you want changed? Because we want that honest feedback too. So if there is anything that, you know, you would want to see, or anything that you think needed to change for those who actually were able to taste our product, please let us know. If it's harsh, don't do it in the comments. Send us an email to Sticky Spoon and let us know there. You know, we don't want to bruise the ego, but we do want to, of course, be able to deliver the best product possible. One of the most consistent things that I think people have been saying is that, one, the lemon cookie was like super favorite, so very happy to hear that. And then two, people kept commenting, one, that the Biscoff roll was extremely good, two, that the rolls were very soft. As I told you, before it is that we decided to officially launch this, it was weeks/months of like researching to see the best ways that we can keep cinnamon rolls soft. So everybody knows that you get a cinnamon roll hot, it's wonderful. Then you leave it, and the next day, or you put it in the fridge, and the next day it is seemingly dry when it is that you even microwave it. So ours, it still, it doesn't get dry, but of course it gets harder the second day. But then when you microwave it, it's like it goes straight back to being the way that it was when you just baked it. So I'm happy that people were able to see that and taste that and really notice that there was a difference with ours. So I'm super encouraged. Like, y'all don't know how y'all have made me feel. Going to work on a Monday, like, I was still so happy. I felt renewed energy, even though I was tired as hell, because my body is still recovering from the weekend. But all in all, really excited for everything that's to come. I'm going to go home first because we actually got a package today, because we had ordered shirts very last minute, I will say, to try and get them hopefully for the pop-up that had happened on Saturday. It didn't come through then. First off, just really want to thank Teddy from Print Bar. Teddy is somebody that came on our group cruise, and he started his own business doing printing. He has printed for other people that were on our group cruise, and you know, we were very happy to be able to come to him with an idea and for him to bring it to life for us. So we're excited to open this, but I'm going to open it when Brian is around. So I'm about to head home because he's already there. But, you know, it really just speaks to the power of community, and that as much as people build us up, we also want to be able to build other people in our community too. So we're really happy that we were able to purchase from one of our subscribers, especially one that came on our group cruise. So Teddy, you know that you are family already. We appreciate all of the hard work that you did to try and get this to us quickly, because it was gonna get there on Saturday and UPS had a little slip up. So, but again, it's not gonna go to waste. We have many other occasions to be able to use them. So I'm excited to see what they look like. And then when I'm sitting with Brian, I guess we can talk a little bit more about our second pop-up, because I think we have the date nailed down. So I'm just gonna run it by him, and then as long as he is good to go, then we are gonna be able to drop that second date for you. And once we drop the second date, what will also be in the link in the description box below is the link for you to be able to submit pre-orders. I will say this time around, we're probably gonna have to cap it. Our final count for Saturday's pop-up was 100 cinnamon rolls and 45 cookies. So I think 100, it was difficult, but we got it done. So I think we can do 100 again. So this time around, we may have to just cut it off once it is that we reach 100. If it is that coming closer to the time for cut off, yeah, like we can't just bring it down to last minute like last time. So 100 is what we're gonna work with, guys. So make sure you get those orders in down below. What it is that we might have to think of doing is maybe splitting it into more than one day or more than one weekend. But y'all bear with us as it is that we continue to grow. But we appreciate the support.
Good. Well, it's not even morning, it's afternoon. But hey guys, today is Tuesday, May 5th, so it is Cinco de Mayo. Although I don't think either Brian or I are feeling for any kind of tequila. I don't know, maybe we might feel for tacos or something. But as you can imagine, Brian has been having, a little bit of a tough time adjusting to his new normal since everything that has happened with Spirit. So today we want to take his mind off of that, right? Because I am off from work today, and we are gonna go and watch The Devil Wears Prada 2. If you are a gay, you know that you watched this movie and probably know very many lines from it, the original. So the second one looks good. I know sometimes sequels, a lot of the time, especially when it comes this many years after, sometimes come off as cheesy and really, have no real connection to the first one. So we have our hopes up for this one. I've had some friends that have watched it, and so far it has gotten good reviews, so I'm hoping we feel the same way. After that, I may suggest for us to stop somewhere to get some food, which of course would have to be tacos, considering it is Cinco de Mayo. But yeah, just want it to be a nice, light-hearted day, something to get him out of the house and to take his mind off of things. So I'm just back here chilling for a little bit with Brexy. Hey baby. Yeah, but I'm about to go upstairs now and let us both get ready to have some fun today. It's nice outside though, guys. It was cold the last couple of days, but now this 60s, 70s weather, the breeze, it's really nice. But I can't wait till summer. Braxton, come on. Come on. Look who's at his favorite place.
What's going on, Maz gang? I haven't picked you guys up in a minute. I think the last time I spoke to y'all was when I was emptying out my turn bag. But it's been a hard week. I'm gonna be honest. It hasn't been easy at all. Yeah, tomorrow will make a week. Well, 3 o'clock in the morning will make a week that we were told that we didn't have a job anymore. So, emotionally, it's been a roller coaster. After I talked to you guys Saturday, I think I was still in a bit of shock. Sunday was very hard, like nothing but tears all day. I would say going into Tuesday is when I finally, like, I didn't shed a tear, but I still had waves of emotion. Like, I would be fine. Alec was off Tuesday, and he is amazing, man. He was helping me get my mind off of everything, and we ended up going to a Cinco de Mayo restaurant. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and it was Cinco de Mayo, so they had like performances and stuff like that. And my neighbor Whitney is a flight attendant for Delta, and one of her good friends, Victoria, is a flight attendant for Delta. We're all very cool. So when she saw me, this was the first time I had seen and talked to her since we closed down, and she like somebody holds your hand, and we're across from the table, like we can't hear because it's loud, and she just mouthed like, "I'm so sorry," and I could, like the sincerity of it, like I automatically knew what she was talking about, and that small sweet gesture like sent me in a tailspin, and I had to fight to get out of that funk. But needless to say, I did. Like the rest of the week has been okay. Like it's been okay. I think it's finally starting to hit me that it is what it is. Like, this is the truth of the matter. Like, we're in this predicament. I do feel that the company did what they could. Like, I've seen some people say that they feel like they were slighted by the company. I can't say the same, and it could be because in certain situations I have a pessimistic outlook, where we filed bankruptcy twice. I didn't think we were gonna make it out the first one, but we did. The second one, I was a little skeptical, but then when we were scheduled to come out of bankruptcy in spring, I was like, okay, we're good. Like, we're okay. I really do believe that we had funding to help us come out of this situation. And then the war in Iran, it sent us over the edge. Like, the gas bill went from 170 million to like $500 million, and we're just now getting funding to be able to coast for a couple months and like be okay and rebrand and restructure. And then you hit us with a $360 million gas bill, and that's from, I think, March until like the beginning of March until the end of April. That's insane. It's insane. So yeah, like I kind of felt like that was what it was gonna be, and so it was. I think what is kind of bothering me, which I'll eventually get over it, is, and I'm not really pissed about it, because there's always going to be a negative Nancy. There's always going to be somebody who has something to say, and really don't know the facts. But people who are saying like, oh, they're glad that the company is gone and it's a shithole company and the tax dollars shouldn't have went towards blah blah blah, and I'm just like, okay, you're entitled to feel however it is that you want to feel, and in all honesty, you're entitled to say what it is that you want to say. But I also do have feelings. Oh shit, there's a cop. There's a cop. Okay. What was I saying? that kind of caught me off guard. But yeah, like, to just be so insensitive to the 17,000 people who've lost their job. Some of them lost their retirement. Some of them, most of us, will not get paid out our vacation. They won't get a last paycheck. And these people depended on Spirit for their income to feed their families. So to be gloating, in the fact that the company is closed down is just insensitive. It's very insensitive. And then you have this administration saying that Biden blocked the merger between JetBlue, and it's like, that's also not the reason why we're in this predicament. Like, yes, that happening we were in a bad situation from then. But a lot of people don't know the ins and outs of what that deal costed us. Like, in the interim of us trying to work out a deal and merging the two companies and like getting everything lined up for the DOJ, they made us do all the hiring. We had to do all the hiring. We had to pay to ramp up the staff so we can justify having enough people for the planes, for like the merger. Like, we did all of that. It was part of the deal that we had to front all of that, which was bleeding our pocketbook. Like, it was bleeding us dry. But I guess they figured, okay, well, once we merge, then it'll be, you know, a joint thing, and it's fine. Everybody knew that, like, they're not going to allow you to wipe Spirit off the face of the earth, because they need our seats to be able to have, like, you know, lower budget people be able to fly. And when I say lower budget people, I don't mean trashy people. I mean people who cannot afford a $400 ticket to go from Atlanta to Miami. Like, people who cannot spend that kind of money was able to fly. We were able to take people to do things that they had never been able to do before in their life. There were people on a daily basis that would come on the aircraft and tell us we were their first ever airline that they were able to get on because they could afford the ticket. Like, gloat all you want. You might think like some of the people who are happy at the fact that we're no longer around. You wait till these ticket prices go to $1,000 to get from point A to point B domestically. It's not gonna be pretty. But yeah, those people, and then the Sean Duffy, Mr. Real World, he was really kind of like getting under my skin, because it's just like, you sir, you know better. You know exactly what it is. We're telling you it's the cost of the fuel that has sent us into this position, because we were scheduled to come out of it. But it is what it is. Here we are. And that leads me to say, I'm sorry, I went on a long rant, but I'm actually on my way to go meet up with some of my former co-workers. I guess it'd be weird to start saying that, but I don't know if you guys have seen in the news where, like, a group of Spirit employees will, you know, go to the airport or wherever it is. They're just having mass meetings and like meetups to say goodbye to each other. Because I mean, I haven't been to work since January, and I have not seen these people since then. Some of them from before that. So it's like, we decided to go to the bank. It's where, if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's where Angela had her first meetup. It's where Britt Edie said she was gonna pull out her gun. So we're gonna go there, not because of that, but they're actually offering a deal where you have, like, from 6:04 to 8:04 is like the Spirit happy hour. So they have a meal and like a drink flight. I think it's lemon drops for yellow, which was cute. And it's like 1964. I feel like they're trying to like give us aviation all throughout, because the happy hour time 6:04 to 8:04, that's like a flight time. Like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. And then 1964 is probably like the flight number. So I mean, I appreciate that, and I'm just gonna go and see some people who I haven't seen in a while, say my goodbyes, because a lot of times you won't get to see some of these people. Like, I probably won't see a lot of these people again. And just because we were good co-workers and we got along great on the plane, it didn't always translate to off the plane. You know, like, people lead their own lives, and being a flight attendant, you create really tough, or not tough, but really good connections with people. But that doesn't mean that we hang out outside of work. You know, we cool on layovers. Like, we are great on the aircraft, but sometimes we go our separate ways and we don't see each other until we fly again. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I think I'm past the point of tears, so I don't see that being a thing. But yeah, I guess I'll take you along. Maybe, you know. I may just want to be in the moment. But thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And I'm so sorry for keeping you guys here for 11 minutes. I'm going to shut up now, and I will see you guys later.
Hello, guys. Little rundown of all of what happened before. So we saw Devil Wears Prada 2. We both actually really liked it. I think that they did a good job with the character progression of both Miranda and Andy. So it didn't feel like a cheesy part 2 that just came a couple years later because they just wanted to make money. It really did feel like a full circle moment. If that's where it ends, which I think and hope that that's where it does end, I think that it was a good close to the movie series. But yeah, we both really enjoyed it. We had nothing bad to say. I don't think it was as iconic in terms of the memorable lines or anything from the movie, but they definitely served fashion moments straight throughout. And I think that they also did a good job capturing what the landscape of fashion and the impact that social media has on fashion now. So I appreciated the fact that they really did make it still feel present day, but also still pulled the things that we loved and missed from the original movie. So I give it a good strong 8.5 out of 10. And I think it's very hard to get anything more than an 8.5 when it comes to a sequel that is so long after. We also went to Cinco de Mayo. So Los Mariachis, I think that's what it's called, is a place that we had gone to with one of Brian's friends a couple weeks ago. And it's much closer to home for us than having to go into the city and, you know, find another place like a Real Tacos, which I knew those kinds of places would have been super full anyway. This place was also full because we got there at 5:15, maybe 5:15, 5:20, really and truly just to try and make a reservation for 6:30. We went there, they weren't taking any reservations, and when we went, we had to wait maybe like 25 minutes before we could get inside. We knew that if we left, we were not gonna get back into that place as easily as we did. You see, the entirety of the time that we were there for maybe 4 hours total, because Brian and I went in and we were just sitting waiting on our neighbors, and they didn't get there until maybe like 6:45. So we were there for a whole hour before they were. And we spent about 4 hours total in that place. And even when we were leaving at 9 p.m., there was still a long line outside of the door. So I'm very glad that we got there as early as we did. The only thing I didn't like is that we really liked the food there. First off, first time we went, amazing. Prices were really good. Cinco de Mayo, they knew they were gonna make a buck, and they raised those prices. They gave us a special menu, which makes sense to do the special menu because they have so many food offerings there. I knew it would have been too difficult to run that kitchen with the individual food orders. So they had a limited menu, which I was fine with. But they raised everything by like $4, both the drinks and the food. So the bill came out to be a lot more than when we went the first time. And of course, the food didn't taste as good because they're serving so many people, but food was still good. So I would still check it out on a regular day outside of Cinco de Mayo or special occasions. So if you guys are in that Senoia Fairburn area, you can check out Los Mariachis. It was actually really good. Yeah, but all in all, it was a good time. I think, you know, Brian did appreciate being out. I think as he's going through everything, he gets his bouts of sadness still, but for the most part, I think we've been doing a good job trying to keep him distracted. Yeah. Now I think he is going to a dinner, which I know he's going to with other flight attendants. So I was telling him, I guess they're gonna trauma bond tonight, but I'm leaving him to do his thing and go there and kind of be around people who can really truly relate to what he's feeling right now. So I decided not to go. One, for him to be able to do that. Two, I also have orders that I am going to be preparing for this weekend. So I know we have the pop-up, which is going to be on May 30th, if I didn't say. It's going to be on May 30th. The details will be in the description box below. But I am also accepting limited orders for weekends. It's just that the order process for weekends is going to be a little different. It has to be a 4-roll minimum for me to be able to do the order. Why? Because me being a small batch baker, I can't use a half an egg, you know? So for the batch to be worth it or for it to make sense, I really have to be doing at least a minimum of a certain amount. So I am going to be accepting small batch orders of 4 plus. So if anybody is interested, you can reach out. I'll make sure I leave both a mailing list description below as well as the order form below, so you can fill out either of them. You can reach out to the Sticky Spoon Baking Co. on Instagram, and you can also communicate with us there. Yeah, so if you haven't already, please follow us on IG, the Sticky Spoon Baking Co. I've been enjoying watching the community grow over there. Like, y'all have been showing me a whole lot of love in such a very short space of time. I think the IG has grown like 200 and something followers in the last week and a half. Yeah, so that's crazy. And we've been loving all of the positive feedback that we've been getting. Just know that it gets even better from here. It gets even better. But I'm here about to go and pick up some groceries, because after that pop-up, that cleaned me out. I need flour, I need sugar, I need eggs, I need butter. I literally need everything. So I'm about to go and pick those things up now, because we have a weekend of baking ahead. Oh, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Yeah, because I know this video is going to come out on Mother's Day. So if you're a mother, if you fill that kind of role in your household, happy Mother's Day to you. Anyways, guys, gonna go and pick up my stuff so I can go home. Guys, when I tell you the Sticky Spoon is working over here, it is the end of the week. I am so tired, but I am finishing up an order that I have to drop off in the morning / early afternoon. There's somebody who is going to be visiting to Georgia, and saw that we would have done our pop-up last week and wanted to get in on the action. And I was saying to myself, I could just do the pop-ups, but I probably need to figure out some kind of offering in between for the weeks that I'm not doing the pop-up. So I did decide that I can do minimum orders of 4 and try and make that work. So he actually ended up ordering 8. He is doing 3 different flavors, all 3 flavors that we had at the pop-up, which would have been the OG, the Biscoff, and the Island Time, which is the rum cake version of a cinnamon roll that I have. So I'm here packaging those things. Finally have it packaged the way that I intended. I'll go over and show you like finished product over there for the others. But as you can see, I have them like packaged, of course, with my branding. But now they have the stickers that tells you exactly which one it is, tells you the ingredients, and gives a little notice there, which is what you have to do when it is that you're operating under cottage law. But I'm like super proud. Everything is coming together. Look at that. That looks a little professional, right? So I'm over here packing his order. I got his bag here. I just threw in like a bunch of like extra frostings and extra pecans for the Island Time. Of course, packed some forks and stuff like that. But I also realized I did not highlight the shirts that we got from Print Bar. Tomorrow I'll actually get the opportunity to wear the branded shirt. So I have a t-shirt version, and we also have a polo version. So that's gonna go with the hat. But for the t-shirt, like the favorite thing for me is this at the back. let's get sticky. Teddy did such a good job, especially with this part. Like I wasn't sure how it was gonna come out with the writing, but I love it. And then it has our handle here for our social media. Yeah, so I mean, I'm really happy with how things are coming together. We've been hearing a lot of people asking about the website. You know, we've only really been operating fully now for a week, and we are trying so hard. Like I'm really trying very hard to, you know, get everything off the ground. Yeah, but don't worry, Sticky Spoon website is almost done. So we are gonna be allowing online ordering soon. We're probably gonna try it out first with our pop-ups, and then as we grow, open it up into shipping. So we do have to go through like a testing phase when it comes to shipping and make sure that, you know, of course, the business is at the right place in terms of like where we're operating from to be able to do the online shipping too. But yeah, this is growing so quickly, guys. It is actually kind of crazy. But I'm completing, I think, every baker's least favorite part of baking, which is the cleanup. So I just washed up the pans. I'm about to clean off the countertops now, put these pans back up, and then go and get some well-deserved sleep. But I need to go and see what my man is upstairs doing. He's upstairs resting, so I'll probably head up there so we can close out. Wanted to show up a little, you know, that's our box of 4, but there you go. You see, island time, and it has your little instructions. Yeah. Best enjoyed warm, microwave for 10 to 15 seconds. That's gonna get these rolls perfect, guys. Then you got the OG, and then you got the Biscoff. Ain't they pretty? Ain't they pretty?
What's up, Maz Gang?
Bedtime.
Yes, and I feel like my eyes are crossing.
Mm-hmm. They are. Your finger is blocking. I was joking. Your eyes are fine.
I have an eye that wanders when I get sleepy, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
It is.
I'm trying to stay up with my husband. Because you know Alec is a night owl.
It's not 5, it's 4:19. Still early. Okay, fine. Anyways, guys, because this is Sunday morning. This is when this video comes out. Yeah, so I'm going to allow Brian to go to bed, and I shall join him. Yeah, so if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Send Brian and his co-workers a lot of encouraging words. Please share the video with somebody who you know would like a little bit more love in their lives, or a little bit more sugary sweet cinnamon rolls. And if you haven't done it already, do what, guys?
Subscribe.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.